Good afternoon. Yesterday, when we were recording these particular questions, and I was in between explaining it to you, I had to suddenly leave, and so it was left in between. So I'm starting once again from question number 5. In this question, what he has given is that uh, the quadrilateral ABCD is circumscribing a circle. So that means a circle is inside the quadrilateral ABCD, and this is touching the quadrilateral at point P, Q, R, and S. And we had to, a circle is inscribed in a quadrilateral ABCD, prove that AB plus CD is equal to AD plus BC. So what property we had used in this was that if two tangents are drawn from a point outside the circle, then these tangents are of equal length. These tangents are of equal length. These tangents are of equal length. Tangents are of equal length. So what we have said, from A to AP, A to AS, these are two tangents. From A we have drawn two tangents, AP and AS. So AP and AS both will be equal, and I have assumed AP to be X. So obviously AS will be also X, which we have written tangents from A. Then we have said similarly BP is equal to BQ. BP is equal to BQ, and we have assumed BP as Y, so BQ will also be Y. Similarly, we have said CR is equal to CQ. They are Z, they are equal to Z, because from C I have drawn two tangents, CR and CQ. So both will be of the same length. Tangents drawn from a point outside an exterior point to a circle are of equal length. Similarly, DR is equal to DS. DR is equal to DS because DR and DS are also both tangents to this circle. So we had written this: AP is equal to AS is equal to X, BP is equal to BQ is equal to Y. We have said say means assume CQ is equal to CR is equal to Z, and DS is equal to DR is equal to W. Then we calculated what is the value of AB. AB is AP plus PB X plus Y. CD is CR plus RD, which is Z plus W. So when we added A plus B plus C, AB plus CD, we got X plus Y plus Z plus W. Similarly, we said BC is equal to BQ plus QC. BC is, if you see the length BC, it consists of two parts, BQ plus QC, and AD consists of two parts, AS and SD. And when we add all this, again it will come X plus Y plus Z plus W. So AB plus CD will be equal to BC plus AD. BC plus AD. BC plus AD. Okay, now let us see the next question. In the next question, we have given that a circle is inscribed in a triangle ABC. A circle is inscribed in a triangle ABC, or a triangle is circumscribing a circle, and this circle is touching the triangle at point P, Q, and R. And he has asked us to show that AP plus BQ plus CR, AP AP plus BQ plus CR will be equal to PB plus QC plus AR. That is what we have to prove. Again, we have used the same property which used in the previous theorem, that two tangents drawn from an exterior point to the circle will be of equal length. BQ will be BP, because B is an exterior point. From point B I am drawing two tangents BQ and BP to this circle. So both the tangents will be of equal length. BQ is equal to BP. Then I will say CQ is equal to CR by the same logic. C is an exterior point. C is an exterior point. From C I am drawing two tangents CQ and CR. They will be of equal length. CQ will be equal to CR, we are saying, that is Y, and AP will be equal to AR, that will be Z. So now what we are saying is we will find AP plus BQ plus CR as X plus Y plus Z. Similarly, BQ plus CQ plus AR will be also X plus Y plus Z, so both will be equal. The another thing which you wanted to prove, also show that AP plus BQ plus CR is half of the perimeter of the triangle ABC. When I calculate the perimeter of the triangle ABC, perimeter means sum of all the sides. X plus Y plus Y plus Z plus Z plus X, it will be 2X plus 2Y plus 2Z. And what is the value of AP plus BQ plus CR, which is X plus Y plus Z. So perimeter triangle is this. Hence, now we can write down. So what will happen is that what does he want? So AB plus BQ plus CR is half perimeter of triangle ABC, because this is 2x 2 plus 2y plus 2z, while it is x plus y plus z. X plus y plus z is equal to half of 2x plus 2y plus 2z. So this proves our that point, what we were saying to prove. Okay. Now let's see the next question. He says radii of two circles are 6.3 centimeter and 3.6 centimeter. 6.3, 3.6, just the reverse of each other. State the distances between their centers. If they touch internally, they touch externally. Sometimes they ask you the same question in a different manner. They will say, find out the maximum distance between their centers and minimum distance between their centers. What will be the maximum distance between the centers of the circle of 6.3 centimeter and 3.6 centimeter, and what will be the minimum distance between the centers of circles of radius 6.3 and 3.6. It's a straightforward. He has given you they touch internally, they touch externally. Here he is asking a straightforward question. But generally, instead of asking you a straightforward question, he will give a little twist to your question. And what will be the twist to the question? The twist to the question would be that he would say, what is the maximum distance, what is the minimum distance. That means you will have to use your brain, that where it is going to be maximum, where it is going to be minimum. Now I will draw two figures. Once, let's see, this is a bigger circle of 6.3 centimeter. Let me try and do a smaller circle touching it inside, and whether I can draw it or not, because it's always a problem to draw this kind of a thing. As I said, it is always a problem. It actually, I'll try it again. It always gives me a headache to draw this. Okay. Okay, let's assume they are touching. Because I've made it quite thick here, I'll make it thicker also. They are touching each other here. Now he says the 3.6 and 6.3. The bigger radius is 6.3. Suppose this is the center. OA is 6.3 centimeter, and obviously if I am joining the point of contact, then O dash will also lie here, and O dash A is 3.6 centimeter. So doesn't matter. What will happen is that OA minus OA O dash A will be 6.3 centimeter. So writing centimeter, there is no need. We'll write it on the end. 6.3 minus 3.6, 2.7 centimeter. This is 2.7 centimeter. When they're touching internally, then what do? We subtract. Now let us see. Let me draw another circle. Oh God. Okay. Now the the radius will look different, but I'll assume the radius to be the same. Okay. Now this is O, this is A, this is O dash A. So in this case, what will happen is, OO dash will be OA plus O dash A. That is 6.3 plus 3.6. That is 9.9 centimeter. So maximum distance between the two centers is 9.9. Minimum distance is 2.7. Okay, next figure is, let's read the question and try and do the question what it is. Two circles touch each other externally. They are touching each other at point P. You can see it in the figure. They are touching each other at point P. AB is a direct common tangent. AB is a direct common tangent. That means it's a tangent to the blue circle as well as to the red circle. Prove the tangent at P. That will be a common tangent. Because P is a point which is common to both the circles, and through P if I draw tangent, that tangent will cut AB at point L. What we have to prove is, number one, that tangent at P bisects AB. That means I have to prove AL is equal to LB. AL is equal to LP. And another thing which I have to prove is APB is 90 degree. Now, solution. LA is equal to LP. Tangents drawn from L. From L we have drawn tangent to the bigger circle, LA and LP. If two tangents are drawn from an exterior point to a circle, they are of equal length. Similarly, I would say LB is equal to LP, tangents drawn from L. Now, in both the cases, in the first case, LA is equal to LP, we are drawing tangents to a circle which is shown in blue in color. While as when I am saying LP is equal to LB, then I am drawing tangents to a circle shown with the red color. So LA is equal to LP, LB is equal to LP. That means both LA as well as LP, LA is equal to LB is equal to LP. This means that. So L is the midpoint of L is midpoint of AB. Midpoint of AB. That is what it says. That it will bisect. It will bisect AB. Tangent at P bisects AB. Bisects AB means it divides it equal to into two halves. Now second point is that I have to prove angle APB is 90 degree. I am going to take different colors to show you the angles and then we will write it down. First thing, if you look in the if you look at the bigger circle, I would say angle LAP, this angle and this angle will be X, say X. Why? Because LA is equal to LP. If two sides of a triangle are equal, then the angles opposite to them are also equal. Similarly, let me take another color, green one. I would say that if this angle is Y, then this angle will be Y2. Why would it be so? Why would it be so? Because again LP is equal to LB. So we would say that angle LAP angle LAP is equal to angle LPA. Angle LPA is equal to X, say. Why? Because LA is equal to LP, as LA is equal to LP. These are the two sides given. LA is equal to LP. Similarly, we would say that angle LPB will be equal to angle LBP. LBP is equal to Y, say. Once again, LB is equal to LP. LB is equal to LP. But we have to prove that angle APB is of 90 degree. Sum of the angles of a triangle is always going to be equal to 180 degree. If you add up all the angles of APB, it will be x plus y plus y. So in triangle APB, in triangle APB, x plus y will be 180 degree. Sum of the angles of the triangle, sum of interior angles of the triangle is always equal to two right angles. That means 2x plus 2y is equal to 180 degree. So x plus y will be equal to 90 degree. And actually what is x plus y? APB is x plus y only. X plus y, if you look at that, is APB. So angle APB, so angle APB is equal to 90 degree. That is what we had to prove. That is what exactly we had to prove. Okay, that finishes this part of the questions which I had written for you. Now I will do after this the next video. Is time is also okay.